Hello my friend and fellow trader, it's Will here over at Pips and Gains, and welcome back to another weekly trading setup breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at the USD CAD and why I'm looking for a potential short setup in the week ahead. So before we actually get into the good stuff, if you are new to the channel or you haven't yet subscribed yet, simply hit the subscribe button now, hit the thumbs up, show your support for the channel so I can keep on sharing content like this, sharing my near 15 years experience in the FX markets, hopefully help you become a better, more profitable, consistent trader. So let's head into the good stuff. So we've got a big week ahead for the USD, I suspect, with the CPI numbers coming out on Wednesday. So this week I will be looking to short USD CAD, and we're going to head over to TradingView, and I'm going to show you why and where I'll be looking to short this pair this week. Now, if you are new to my channel and my material, I do take a top-down approach to the markets, which means I look for levels on the monthly and weekly charts and then use the lower time frames for entries. My entry signals are based on an indicator and on slowing of momentum. I don't use candlestick patterns. I don't use things like that there. I basically look for levels where there's been buying and selling, heavy buying and selling before on the higher time frames, and then look at price action on the lower time frames for basically evidence that price action is slowing down coming into those areas of interest. So that is how I trade the markets. My weekly swing positions, we enter our pending orders on a Monday, and then everything is closed on a Friday. So weekly swing positions, sometimes I do let trades run, but I like to start fresh every single trading week. So we're going to head over to the monthly charts here. This is a basic setup for me. We are at a strong resistance area, which is here. This was a trade I also took last week at 136.5. If you watched my previous video on the weekly review, that the pair didn't really move last week at our entry point. So we can see this is a strong resistance. It's reacted here before, although it has broke up through it once and then twice, and we have a higher level up here. And then higher highs up here. So these are the kind of three resistance areas where there's been large selling before. We already had one reaction here. The market is looking like it's popping up towards it. Again, this is a short-term weekly swing position. It is not a long-term trade, and Wednesday will be kind of key for this to see what the CPI data kind of says, whether we get another catalyst to the upside, and if it breaks up through the area that I'm looking at, we could be going up towards the 140 again. We will see, but I do suspect we'll get a sell-off on this week. So it's already sold off pretty much this morning. So that's the monthly resistance that I'm looking at. If we look at the weekly charts, the reason why I'm liking this to sell off is we've had this very, very overextended move on the weekly charts, nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly 10 weeks straight up. And just want to 10 weeks straight up to the upside. We're starting to get the kind of this rounded top. We'll see this in lower time frames at this resistance. It's tried to break through several times now. Last week it tried to break through the upside and close back under it. And again, this week was opened up and sold off. So what I want to see happen this week, is first off, I want to kind of draw the support areas on the chart. This is a buy demand area. You can see in large spine, market come down to this area. It's actually a reaction at this level here. Okay, we had this huge move to the upside here before. Huge parabolic move on the weekly charts. This is large players pushing the market all in the same direction to the upside. Then we had the heavy sell-off. Then we got the sell-off back down to this area. And again, we've got another large move from this area again after the reaction to this. So those will be key areas in the future. And that will be, this area will act as a support. The reason being, it was a weekly high that was taken out on the way up. So that will be a likely nice target for this if the market sells off. So what we want to see now, what I want to see happening now, if we look at the daily charts, first off, what you can notice in the daily charts as we're approaching this area is a change of structure. And what I mean by change of structure in the move up, which is giving us evidence that price action is slowing down for a possible reversal, is this one here. If we look at this move up here, okay, more or less just straight up. And as we start to approach the level here, the market starts to sell off a little bit, comes up, tests the area, then sells off, drops again, then comes back up, breaks through the area, and then sells off again. It's actually sold off again this morning. So what I want to see happen this week, this is kind of, this indication here is telling us that there's a change of structure as it's approaching a higher time frame area where there's been large selling before. So this is kind of telling us that we are being prepared for a move to the downside. If you just notice, we do have a small daily sell zone here. Don't normally look at sell zones on the daily, but this could be a target for this week. This is kind of what I want to see happening this week is a move back up towards 136.5. So I would like to see the market come back up and test, or maybe just go above last week's high and then sell off. So the way I would enter this is I have a pending order at 136.500, and I could then use my TRFX indicator, which you can access free. There will be a link in the description area of this video. I would wait for a sales signal on any time frame from the 4-hour to the daily. The higher the time frame the signal, the more accurate it's going to be. So basically what I want to see, again, if you've watched my video on market cycles, we can see as we approached this area, started to get the sideways movement, had the fake breakout to the upside, quick sell back in. I would like to see just a move up towards 136.500, and then hopefully enter. First target will be this previous weekly high at 133.8, where I do suspect we'll get a short bounce, and then maybe something like this back up towards this the 135 area, and then selling off down towards these weekly areas. So that is the setup this week. So it is selling the USD CAD around 136.500. Either stick a pending order in like I have, or download, click the link in the description, get access to the TRFX indicator, and just wait for a signal from the 4-hour to the daily chart. Either one. The higher the time frame the signal, the more accurate it will be. So that is the setup. It's looking like a very, very nice setup. We will see how it plays out this week. And the market could just literally just plummet straight down. We will see. But I want to see just a rotation back up towards last week's highs, and then get the sell-off. So we'll see how this plays out this week. So that is the setup. USD CAD, probably one of my favorite for the week ahead. And yeah, if you want to get access to a free 7-day trial to my weekly trade setups, there is a link in the description area. You can access the service 7 days free, and also get my trade manager service absolutely free. So that's the setup. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Any questions, let me know at what's the email? will@elitecopy.com. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Have a fantastic trading week and make some pips.